Welcome to day 2 of the Mindfulness Meditation Workshop Series. Tonight, I am going to be talking about the first obstacle to meditation, and that is going to be excitation or mind wandering. Let me go ahead and get set up. So I am on Instagram right here, and I'm live on YouTube and Twitch over here. Hello, Medicina Man. Welcome. Just getting set up. Hey, Louis Ray is here. Hey, Louis, how you doing? Hello, Christy. Hello. I see we got a lot of people coming in. Kel Krim. So what I want you all to do is go ahead and make sure that you have a pen, paper, a notebook, something to take notes, because I guarantee you, if you've ever practiced meditation before, that you have encountered this issue of mind wandering, lots of thoughts coming into the mind when you're trying to meditate. There's actually 2 obstacles to meditative equipoise. The first one that we're going to be talking about this evening is mind wandering, also called excitation. And the second one that we'll be talking about on Friday is known as laxity, which is completely spacing out. Okay, that is completely spacing out. So I'm going to offer you a lot of detailed information and some tips that are definitely going to help you, and I think to set yourself at ease as well. Really quickly, I want to make sure that I don't have any technical issues. Can you go ahead and drop me a number 8 in the comment section if you can hear me okay? Please drop me an 8 in the comment section if you can hear me okay. Let me fix this. Okay, I think that's gonna work. Drop me an 8 if you can hear me okay. And let me get my notes pulled up in the meantime. Just want to make sure we are settled. Okay, you can hear me. Thank you, Christy. I appreciate it. So let's go ahead and get settled in. I think this evening you're going to find this information very, very helpful. And we're going to get straight into it. And then also, we're going to practice mindfulness of breathing using the Theravada method. That's the same method that we practiced on Monday. So be prepared for that. Go ahead and drop me housekeeping in the comment section below if you are ready to roll. Once again, just testing over here on YouTube as well and Twitch. Drop me housekeeping if you are ready to roll. Let me see housekeeping roll up the screen. I'm going to go through my housekeeping notes really quickly, and then we're going to jump on into the content. That's going to also allow you to grab whatever resources that you need. So drop me housekeeping. Let me see housekeeping roll up the screen. And let me go ahead and pull up my notes as well. I got some notes tonight. I'm going to be reading from The Attention Revolution, once again by B. Alan Wallace. Let me show you all over here on YouTube as well. So, Julia, hey, Aaron, cooking while watching. No problem, Julia. Over here on YouTube, if you want to make sure that you can meditate this evening, I would advise joining on Instagram, because I'm going to have to close this window down before the meditation. But you can continue to watch over here while I go through all of the content. And then once we actually start the mindfulness meditation, you will want to jump on over to Instagram. Can you all hear me okay on Instagram? Let me make sure we are good to go. Can I see some housekeeping? Can I get at least one housekeeping? I adjusted my microphone, so I just want to make sure that it didn't knock the sound out. How's everybody doing this evening? Hopefully you enjoyed day 1. We went through the intro. We talked about what is mindfulness meditation, what is the technique, how do we do it? I gave you the overview and the lay of the land. Okay, thank you. I appreciate it. So let me just go ahead and jump on into housekeeping. Housekeeping item number 1 is going to be interaction. As I'm going through the content and the information this evening, please feel free to interact with me. If you've never been here before, welcome. This is a very interactive space. You'll probably see some of the regulars coming in here soon. But if I say something that you don't understand, please don't sit on the other side of the screen confused or bamboozled or bewildered. Just drop your question in the comment section. I'm really good about making sure that I address those questions. I want to make sure that everyone who comes to any of my workshops, that you're leaving today with the information that you need. Hello, Serenity. Welcome. So once again, Interact with me. If you have any questions, let me know. Housekeeping item number 2 is going to be sharing is caring. You can tap the arrow in the lower right hand corner of your screen if you're here on Instagram and invite a friend or two on in here. Just like you're trying to grow, I am trying to grow, and we can do that through one another. So if you know a friend who's interested in personal development, who's interested in mindfulness meditation, go ahead and invite them in here. The workshop will be available for replay for 24 hours. Hello, Robin. I see you over here on Twitch. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope you're here and you're ready to meditate and learn about some meditation this evening, because that's what we're going to be doing. So the workshop will be available for replay on Instagram for 24 hours. This entire mindfulness meditation workshop series is going into the higher alignment mystery school, and I'm going to talk about that in just a moment. But on Instagram, after 24 hours, I'm going to be taking that replay down, so you will have that time to review the content and the information for anything that you missed or anything that you just need to dive into even deeper. And if you want those replays and you want to, go the distance, then definitely join the mystery school. Third housekeeping item is going to be my text list. If you want to join my text list, I do send out notifications 10 to 15 minutes before I go live. You're going to text the word higher, HIYER, to 888 533 6979. And that information is pinned down there in the comment section. So if you're watching on the replay, that comment section is not there. But once again, you're going to text the word higher, HIYER, to 888 533 6979. My fourth housekeeping item is going to be Sunday Space and the Mystery School. I kind of gave you a little hint about that. Sunday Space, we meet twice a month on Sundays at noon Eastern. And this is a safe place. It's housed outside of Instagram, so we do this through Zoom. But we get together for mindfulness meditation, EFT, and journaling. And this is a place that you can use to kind of reset, to release the stress from your previous week or whatever has been going on. Each Sunday space has a different theme for the activities, but you can also use it just to get in alignment for whatever you have coming up for the week, to get your goals, your daily intentions together. And just to get yourself in balance. We talk a lot about self-care practices here, and I teach you a lot of metaphysical activities, but I know a lot of people join and they learn about those activities, but how many of us are actually practicing them? So this gives you space to actually practice those things. Okay. So we also have the mystery school. That is where I go in even deeper about a lot of esoteric topics. So coming up, we're going to be expanding on this mindfulness meditation series, and I'm going to take you even beyond mindfulness of breathing and the basic mindfulness meditation practices. I know Mashu was in here the other day, and he was asking about awareness practices, or shamatha without a sign practices. And those are more advanced types of meditation. And I will be going through those and giving those guided practices in the mystery school. So also, there are a lot of workshops that are housed in the mystery school. You will get access to a video vault where you can review any of those workshops, even if we're not currently going through them, on your own time. Okay. You can tap the link in my bio, and right there at the top in gold, you're going to find information about both Sunday Space and the mystery school. You will enroll in those courses through Patreon. Okay. And that's really all that I have for us this evening. I see we have some more people joining over here on Instagram or on YouTube. Let me know who you are. If this is your first time here, go ahead and drop me number 1 in the comment section so I can properly greet you in this healing community. If you don't know who I am, allow me to briefly introduce myself. My name is Erin. I am a certified life coach, mindfulness and meditation practitioner, and mindset guru. I'm here to bring you the tips, tools, and techniques that you can use in order to create a positive shift and transformation in your life. Today is day 2 of the mindfulness meditation series, and I'm going to be talking to you about mind wandering or excitation. They both mean the same thing. I'm going to go into depth on what this actually entails. I'm going to talk about the different process that happens as this begins to calm down over time in your meditative practice. And then at the end, we're actually going to practice mindfulness of breathing using the Theravada method, the same thing that we did in the last workshop. We're going to continue to stick with this same method. That's what I advise you to do so you can actually make some progress. Okay. So, once again, I want to start off just the same way that I did last time, reading from The Attention Revolution by B. Alan Wallace, PhD. So, if mindfulness meditation is a practice that you are very much interested in, I would highly advise that you grab this book. I will put it up right here for you so you can go ahead and take a screenshot. I know someone's going to ask me for it later. Hopefully, that was enough time. And I'll put it over here for you all as well on Twitch and YouTube. So you can go ahead and take a screenshot of this and then go ahead and grab that book. But I want to read a little bit from it to get us going. So I'm actually reading from the chapter 1, stage 1, directed attention. Like a wild elephant, the untamed mind can inflict enormous damage on ourselves and those around us. In addition to oscillating between attention deficit, where we're passive, and hyperactivity, where we're active, the normal, untrained mind compulsively disgorges a toxic stream of wandering thoughts. And I'm pretty sure that's what a lot of us are familiar with when we sit down and we start meditating. Hey, Choice, welcome, welcome, welcome. Um, let's see. The untrained mind compulsively disgorges a toxic stream of wandering thoughts, then latches onto them obsessively, carried away by one story after another. Drop me a number 8 if you've experienced that. Attention deficit or hyperactivity disorders and obsessive compulsive disorders are not confined to those who are diagnosed as mentally ill. The normal mind is prone to such imbalances, and that's why normal people experience so much mental distress. Such disturbances are symptoms of an unbalanced mind. These are two dysfunctional tendencies that seem to be intrinsic to the mind. Hyperactivity is characterized by excitation, agitation, and distraction, while an attention deficit is characterized by laxity, dullness, and lethargy. When our minds are subject to these two imbalances, we have little control over what happens in our minds. We may believe in free will, but we can hardly be called free if we can't direct our own attention. No philosopher or cognitive scientist needs to inform us that our behavior isn't always guided by free will. It becomes obvious as soon as we try to hold our attention on a chosen object. Thus, our practice of mindfulness of breathing consists of prolonging our awareness of our breath. While this requires an alert mind, such concentration should not be tense but rather balanced. When we discover that we have become distracted from the meditative object, from the meditation object, it may feel natural to clamp down more forcefully, tightening, tightly concentrating the mind. You can see this in the facial expressions of people who try to concentrate in this way. Their lips become pursed, their eyebrows draw together, and their foreheads become furrowed with wrinkles. They're becoming concentrated, but like orange juice, most of the fluidity is being drained from their minds. If you want to concentrate for a short time and don't mind the side effects of tension and fatigue, you can follow the above strategy. But if you want to follow the path of shamatha, you'll need an alternative. My mind gets in a red wagon and rolls away. Exactly. And that happens to most of us. That happens to all of us. So hopefully this passage from B. Alan Wallace's book kind of illustrates what's going on. Um, this is very common in mindfulness meditation, and many people get frustrated by this and they want to learn how to clear their mind. But once again, just like I said in the introduction, I would not approach mindfulness meditation with this specific intent of clearing the mind, because as I'll explain in a moment, it will take a while before that can happen. So excitation, we can define this as that agitation of the mind, of mind wandering, of thoughts continuously entering the mind. And remember, on in the intro, I went through the 10 stages of shamatha, and we used the metaphors, um, of the stage one, directed attention, the flow of involuntary thought is like a cascading waterfall. So all of those thoughts just continue to flow in, flow in, flow in. So what I want to do is, let's see. Let's talk about the different types of excitation really, really briefly. So, along your journey through mindfulness meditation, the mind is going to, over time, it's going to calm down naturally as long as you continue to apply the technique and apply the practice. But there are three types of excitation. The first one is coarse excitation, then we have medium excitation, and then we get into subtle excitation. And then finally, once all that is over and done with, then you get to this place of clearness, of openness, of spaciousness. And that's really what people mean by clearing the mind. So remember, we went through those different stages. Course excitation is going to be characteristic of stages 1 through 4. Okay, 1 through 4. And if you are enrolled in the Higher Alignment Mystery School, I'm going to upload a document into the video vault. That's going to be right in the, I'll put it in the first video in the intro to mindfulness meditation video as an upload, so you can download that so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. And that document does come from B. Alan Wallace's 9 Steps to Attentional Imbalance, to Attentional Balance. So this is not my document. I did not create it. It is online and available for the free 99, but I am going to link it in there for you. Okay. So stages 1 through 4, this is characteristic. The imbalance that you experience here is coarse excitation. So this is the attention completely disengages from the meditative object. So remember, as we're practicing mindfulness of breathing, that object is the sensations of breath at the nostrils when we're practicing mindfulness of breathing using the Theravada method. Now, if you're practicing another type of meditation, maybe you're using Asanga's method or the Burmese method, maybe you're practicing Dzogchen method, maybe you're not even practicing mindfulness of breathing at all. I know, once again, Mashu, who was a participant in day one, was in here and he was talking about using mantra. Mantra is an effective way of practicing mindfulness meditation. There are also different types of visualizations that you can use. But whatever it is that you're doing, if the in the beginning the mind is going to completely disengage from that object of attention, and you're going to start thinking about your to-do list, you're going to start thinking about what someone said to you earlier. Maybe you didn't eat before you meditated, so you're starting to think about, okay, what am I going to eat afterwards? I'm hungry. You start thinking about, you have all of these thoughts that come into the mind. They could be memories that come up. There could be other phenomena. Maybe you're meditating in the morning, in the next room, someone's making coffee. So you're smelling the scent of the coffee, and that kind of gets your mind going. And then all of a sudden, like Tiffany said, oh, I missed some comments. Like Tiffany said, your mind gets in that red wagon and just rolls away and it's gone. The mind has completely disengaged from the object of attention. So that is characteristic in stages 1 through 4. And even when you go from stage to stage, it could take, months before you move from one stage to another. So you don't want to be in a rush. You don't want to be upset. You don't want to beat yourself up for being wherever you are. Wherever you are is the perfect place to be, as long as you are actually sticking to that technique. Your meditative practice will advance. Then you have medium excitation, which is characteristic of stages 4 through 6. Stage 4, you have this overlap between coarse excitation and medium excitation. So in stages 4 through 6, you have medium excitation, and Alan Wallace defines this as involuntary thoughts occupy the center of attention while the meditative object is displaced to the periphery. So what does this mean? How can this help with forgetfulness? So the definition of mindfulness meditation, mindfulness means to bear something in mind. What are we bearing in mind? Our object of attention. So as you practice this, your mind is going to learn how to stay with that object for increasing periods of time. And so when the mind is staying with that object, it is remembering that object. It is being aware of that object. It is being mindful of that object. And then what you'll notice is that since this is a tool for training the attention and training the mind, even when you're not meditating, once you begin to make progress, once you're not meditating, the mind will naturally stay with objects, whatever that is, for longer. So, say you're in a conversation with someone. You're having a conversation with someone. How many times have you been having that conversation and then your mind begins to trail off? You're thinking about something else. You're not even really present with the person or what they're saying. And then, you've forgotten about them. You've forgotten about what they're saying. You've forgotten to be present. The mind just naturally is distracted. And then over time, you come back. So, even the same thing with like facts and other things. You will forget those things over time, and the mind kind of oscillates between these two imbalances, laxity and excitation. So just by practicing mindfulness meditation, you're training the mind, and just a natural byproduct of that training, your attention is going to be developed. You'll be able to focus longer, and you will be able to remember things even better. Okay, I'm seeing some 100s. Thank you. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate it. Let me know, Caleb, if that answered your question. Hopefully that did it for you. So medium excitation. This is, we're making a bit of progress. Now, since now the mind is not completely disengaging from that object of attention, but the random thoughts are still in the center of your attention. You're mostly still distracted, but somewhere here on the outside, on the periphery of your attention, that object is there. It's a little fuzzy, it's a little blurry, it may not be in focus, it may drift in and out, but you're making some progress. You're able to stay with that object of attention longer, and you're not completely forgetting about it versus when you first began meditating, then you completely, you're just your mind. I love what Tiffany said. Your mind is in that wagon, and that wagon, no one's even pulling the wagon. The wagon is just rolling down a hill and it's gone. You know, Carib said, "Thank you so much. I understand it better." Perfect. Glad, glad, glad. And if you have any questions, just let me know. So you have coarse excitation. Once again, the attention completely disengages from the meditative object. Then later on, you'll experience medium excitation. Involuntary thoughts occupy the center of attention while the meditative object is displaced to the periphery. And then in stages 7 through 8, 7 through 9, you may experience subtle excitation. So here, the meditative object remains at the center of attention, but involuntary thoughts emerge at the periphery of attention. So you're mostly focused on that object. In fact, the mind probably doesn't even stray from the object. You're always focused on it, but it's not purely focused on it. There's still some other thoughts that float around, they come in and out. So it's not a single pointed focus, which in mindfulness meditation, the entire practice the point of the practice is to get to that single pointed focus, that ability to be able to rest the mind on an object, whatever that object is, be present, and to not be distracted. The mind does not even become distracted anymore. So that's the subtle excitation, where the meditative object remains at the center of your attention. And then at the periphery, in and out, you have the involuntary thoughts. So you can see that little by little things are flipping around versus before, where you are mostly distracted, and then you have brief periods of actual meditation. Once you get further on down the road, then you are meditating and you have brief periods of distraction. Let me know if all of this makes sense so far. Drop me a number 8 in the comment section if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you're smelling what I'm stepping in. If you cannot drop me a number 8, please ask me your question so that I can gift some clarity to this workshop and the conversation, and then we'll move on forward. We don't have that much to go, and then we're actually going to meditate. So let me see some 8s or let me see some questions. Let me see some 8s or let me see some questions. Thank you, Kira. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So remember, if you would like to practice mindfulness meditation with me twice a month, or if you want to dive in deeper, even past the point of mindfulness meditation, if you really want to dive in a lot deeper and you want to get as well all of the replays to the entire mindfulness meditation workshop, make sure that you tap the link in my bio and you're going to click on that third option where you can enroll and register for Sacred Sunday Space. We meet twice a month. We engage in mindfulness meditation, EFT, and journaling for self-exploration. Each um each Sacred Sunday Space has its own theme. So I will create a theme. You're going to get a mini workbook. And this will be time that you can release stress from your previous week, from whatever has been going on. Use these metaphysical techniques to kind of get yourself grounded, balanced, and in alignment. And you can also use this as time to structure your upcoming week or your upcoming month. Get your goals together, get your daily intentions together. We do this through Zoom, so it's not here on Instagram. You can see me, I can see you. You can talk to me, I can talk to you. So make sure to check that out. Once again, you're going to tap the link in my bio and select that third option. And then the Higher Alignment Mystery School, this is where I'm going to dive even deeper into those esoteric topics that branch out even more than just sticking to personal development. You're going to get access to the video vault where I have tons of videos, tons of courses already uploaded. These mindfulness meditation workshops will be there, and I host private workshops once again through Zoom regarding those topics. And I do that really based upon the interest of the individuals there. So we'll discuss things like, once again, mindfulness meditation, lucid dreaming, astral projection, active imagination. We'll talk about all types of metaphysical and esoteric things. And I will once again dive in deep just like this. I'll give you the actual practices and tell you exactly what to do. Okay. So make sure to check those out. And I saw the 8s. I didn't see any questions. So we're going to continue moving this thing on forward. So the next thing that I want you to kind of be aware of or bring into your mind is this process of introspection. We haven't talked about that before, but it's important to bring up now, especially while we're talking about, okay, how can I resolve the mind wandering? How can I resolve the excitation? Well, hello, Sugar Delight. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Well, the thing that you really, really need is this quality of introspection. And what does introspection mean? Well, the spect part of it, like spectacle, is going to be looking. And then intro means inside. So you're looking inside, you're looking at yourself. So introspection is this ability to be able to monitor yourself. And it's kind of happening at the same time while you're meditating. This is very, very important to cultivate this quality of introspection and this characteristic of introspection. So, what will happen is, as you're meditating, you settle the focus of awareness on that object. Today, we're going to be practicing mindfulness of breathing using the Theravada method. So, you'll be focusing on the sensations of the breath at the nostrils. And that quality of introspection is going to come in handy because when you notice that, okay, I'm thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to eat for dinner tonight? Did I turn the stove off? I wonder where my keys are. Did I pay my credit card bill? Oh my goodness, what's going on? Am I even meditating correctly? I wonder if I'm doing this right. Oh my gosh, I realized that I'm not even with the object of meditation. I'm not doing it right. I wonder if I'm doing, your mind does this thing and it goes on and on. Once again, that mind gets in that wagon and the wagon rolls down the hill. Well, the quality of introspection is going to kick in when you're able to realize, oh my goodness, my mind is not settled on that object of attention. That is you monitoring yourself from the inside. You're seeing what is going on. So then, in our technique, on that next exhale, you're going to release the tension from the body, just like what B. Alan Wallace was saying in the passage that I read. You unfurl your forehead, relax your body, because typically when the mind grasps onto a thought, hello, Shanterica, hello, Keisha, hello, Deja, well, I'm gonna call you Deja. Hello, everybody. So when the mind typically grasps onto one of those thoughts, you'll notice that the body tenses up as well. It's a mind-body system. So the first thing that you want to do is relax. That's the first thing that you want to do. On that next exhale, you're simply going to relax the body, release the grasp onto whatever it is that you're thinking about, and then on that next inhale, you're going to focus back on the sensations of the breath at the nostrils. If you're practicing some other type of mindfulness meditation technique, is really basically the same thing. You'll relax a little, release that grasping onto that object, and you'll refocus back. You'll release the grasp onto that thought or whatever that phenomena is that's distracting you. And then you'll resettle the focus of awareness back on that object of attention. Okay. And this is what you're using that quality of introspection to do. Okay. So let's see. Drop me a number 8. Once again, let me just read the energy in the room. Drop me a number 8 if that makes sense so far. If that does not make sense, if you have any questions about anything before we move forward, because I have just about 2 more points and then we're going to meditate. So I just want to make sure that everything is clear. Drop me an 8 if you're picking up what I'm putting down, if you're smelling what I'm stepping in. If you cannot drop me a number 8, please ask me your question so I can get some clarity. And once again, I have to, throw my little shameless plug back on in here. If you would like to engage in structured self care with me, please join Sunday Space. You're going to tap the link in my bio, click on that third option. You're going to see you'll be able to register and enroll for Sunday Space. We do this twice a month. We're going to be doing this on this upcoming Sunday at noon Eastern. I'm going to guide you through mindfulness meditation. We're going to practice EFT. We're going to do some journaling. I'm going to help you use these metaphysical tools to release, to relax, to let go of whatever has been bothering you, that stress and that tension, and allow you to get grounded and refocused. We'll get some goals together for you for the upcoming week. This is a private workshop that I do twice a month, hosted through Zoom. So once again, the next iteration of this is going to be this Sunday at noon Eastern. And then if you want to dive in even deeper, there's also an option for the Higher Alignment Mystery School. And this is where I dive into esoteric topics like intermediate to advanced meditation, which goes beyond what we're going to talk about in this series. I'll teach you about lucid dreaming. I'll teach you about astral projection. I'll teach you about a host of tons and tons of activities and tons of things that you may be interested in that go beyond the scope of personal development. There are multiple levels that you can participate. The lowest option is $15. So for $15, you get those 2 sessions, those 2 private sessions a month. So it's very inexpensive for those of you all who wish to really develop these skills and have a place where you can come to do this every month. And once again, it's through Zoom. You can see me, I can see you, you talk to me, I talk to you. It's a group setting, very private, very personal, okay? Safe space. So check that out. And I'm seeing the 8s. I don't see any questions. I see, as I said, I was just saying that I had trouble with thoughts when meditating. And that's what this entire workshop is about. I think you came in a little bit after I explained the different phases of coarse, medium, and subtle excitation. But don't worry, Deja, this workshop will be available for replay for 24 hours before I take it down and upload it into the mystery school. So you can definitely catch that information. But just know that the mind wandering is natural. It's natural. Don't beat yourself up about it. Your objective in the beginning, if you're in stages 1 through 4 of mindfulness meditation, don't worry about trying to clear your mind, because point blank, period, it ain't going to happen. It ain't going to happen. It's not going to happen. So there's no use in beating yourself up and being upset about it. What can you do? What do you want to do? What is your objective? What is your goal? What is your focus? Realize when your mind has become distracted, because for many people, they'll begin practicing meditation, but you don't even realize that your mind has distracted. That meditation bell rings to end the session, and all of a sudden you're like, oh my goodness, what was I just doing? Clearly I wasn't meditating. No, you probably weren't, but that's okay. So in the beginning, your sole objective, the only thing I want you all to focus on, to make it very easy, settle the focus of awareness on that object, and just use that quality of introspection. When you notice the mind has trailed off, relax the body, release the grasping onto whatever has distracted you, and bring your focus of awareness back to that object of attention. Now, truth be told, you may have to do this 1 million, 1 billion, 1 trillion times in that session. But that's the battlefield of mindfulness meditation. This is a tool training your attention. That's the name of the game. That's what we're here to do. And over time, over months, over years, you'll transition through those 9 phases, those 10 phases. You'll notice that the excitation will settle down and the mind will become more stable. Now, on Friday, we're going to talk about another obstacle, which is laxity, which is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, which is completely spacing out. And once again, you're not engaging with the object of attention, the object of meditation. And that kind of creeps in a little bit later as the course excitation begins to settle down and develop into medium excitation. This other obstacle of laxity will come up. So you do have a few more bumps in the road, but don't even worry. I'm going to get you right together on Friday about that, and I'll teach you about that and how to deal with that. And I think that's it. I think that's good enough. What's some recommendation videos to recommend? Well, make sure that you are subscribed to the Higher Alignment YouTube channel. I have an entire playlist on mindfulness meditation, on the different types of mindfulness meditation, and every other video is an actual guided practice. And Deja, we're going to be meditating this evening. That's what I was going to transition us into right now. We're going to be practicing mindfulness of breathing using the Theravada method. Thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany said his YouTube channel is a gold mine. And Deja, you can tap the link in my bio and you're going to find that link to my YouTube, that gold mine. You'll find it there. And of course, people who are in here, they're not new to this. They're true to this. They know you can hop in my DMs, and I'm not one of those people who are going to ignore your message. I'll answer you. I'll point you in the right direction. I'll give you some resources. And Deja, if you really want to develop your meditative practice, go ahead and join Sunday Space. Tap the link in my bio. You're going to see that link in gold. We're going to be doing this on Sunday. And then also next week, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're still going to be practicing mindfulness meditation. So I'm giving you all the ability to use me and what I do here as your excuse to come meditate. I know setting up a meditative practice and actually getting and putting your butt on that cushion can be a little bit difficult, but that's why I'm here and I'm doing what I'm doing. So if you really want to learn mindfulness meditation, join Sunday Space, join the Mystery School, check out the resources on YouTube. I guarantee you'll be good to go. Hello, she's Simply Rare. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So over here on YouTube and Twitch, I'm going to give you just a few moments because I have to shut this down because we're going to meditate. So what I want you to do, I'm going to give you about 60 seconds. Go ahead and exit out of here. Join me over here on Instagram, same name, Higher Alignment. And we're going to meditate, okay? Join me over here on Instagram. I have YouTube and Twitch over here. I have Instagram right here. So if you're on YouTube or Twitch, go ahead and shut that thing down. Join me on Instagram at Higher Alignment and let's meditate. I'm going to actually end the broadcast over here.